Why don't we start with the blockbuster in Major League Baseball? Dodgers, Red Sox, Twins. That was the biggest of the night. That was a monster. Huge deal. Now, the caveat, of course, is it's pending medical reviews, but this much we know. The Red Sox are sending Mookie Betts and David Price to L.A. for Alex Verdugo. The Dodgers are going to send Kenta Maeda to the Twins for Brusdar Graterol, who's going to go to the Red Sox. So why don't we just kind of shorten this thing up, keep it simple. The LA Dodgers just worked the Red Sox. The Dodgers worked a hell of a deal. The Red Sox embarrassed themselves. Let's start with the Dodgers and why I say that. The wizardry that President of Baseball Ops, Andrew Friedman, just pulled off in getting Mookie Betts. Mookie bleeping Betts. Mookie Betts, 4-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glover, 3-time Silver Slugger, 2018 AL MVP, 2018 batting champ. Mookie bleeping Betts. Now they will have 2 MVPs in the outfield. The 2018 AL MVP playing right alongside the 2019 NL MVP. And if that's not enough, how about this lineup? A lineup that might look like this. Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, A.J. Pollock, Corey Seager, Gavin Lux, and Will Smith. Is that any good? To quote Doc Dodger, Walker Buehler, on Twitter last night. Ha 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 ha. Hell yeah. Hell yes, he should be laughing. Because pretty much every Dodger fan is. Because that 106-win team just added one of the best players in baseball. That's funny. That's really funny. In fact, that's hilarious. The only argument is whether Betts is the best player. I got it, Albie. Thank you. It is funny, though. What, Tibbs didn't think that was funny? Thanks, Albie. Thanks for getting that in today. The only argument is not, or is, whether Betts is the best player not named Mike Trout, or the second best player not named Mike Trout. Either way, that lineup almost sounds like the lineup of an all-star team. Either way, I don't ever remember a Dodger lineup looking like that. And that's before we get to the fact that they added David Price to their rotation. Now, I understand Price has been banged up of late, but it certainly would not shock me if changing leagues and changing coasts benefited Price. And you're getting the guy who dominated your guys in the 2018 World Series. So that can't be a bad thing. So when the Dodgers missed out on Garrett Cole and Anthony Rendon, everybody was saying, the hell is LA doing? I'll tell you what they were doing. Working their plan. And their plan was not to panic and just start throwing money at free agent arms and bats. I mean, sure, there were some recognizable names on the market. Signing them would show that the LA Dodgers were not satisfied with winning the West every single year and that they did want more. And yes, when you're in that situation, especially how the season ended to the Nationals and that gut punch that series was, the easier move would have been to just sign somebody, anybody, have a presser, hold up a jersey, pose for a pic or two, and then talk about how much better your team is. They could have done that. Most teams would have done that. But the better play, the smarter play, the Andrew Friedman play was to wait and pull something like this off. Because getting Mookie Betts and David Price is so much better than anything they could have done in free agency. And then on top of that, the deal does get better. It gets better because not only did LA not rush out to sign a warm body or two, just to have a new face at spring training, they got their guys, and they really didn't give up a hell of a lot to get them. And they sure didn't give up any of their best prospects. The thinking for a long time had been, if LA was going to have to finally part with an elite prospect like Lux or Dustin May, they would have to do so if they want to be a real player in the trade market. But come to find out, they were a real player in the trade market, and they did not have to part with those guys. In other words, Friedman held his fire on free agency. He held the line on prospects, and he still got what he wanted. I mean, effectively, what that is Alex Verdugo for Mookie Betts and Kenta Maeda for David Price. Verdugo's a nice player, a really nice player, but a third or fourth outfielder for one of the best players in baseball. And Maeda is a very nice starter at home, but shaky on the road for David Price. Except it's not even just that. I mean, that in and of itself would be amazing. But it's not just that, because the Dodgers reportedly are going to get money in the deal as well. We don't know how much. The full amount's not known, but Boston is going to pay them to take Betts and Price. Let me repeat that really quickly. Boston is paying LA to take Mookie Betts and David Price off their hands. So to me, that's not a trade. That's a straight jam job. You know what that is? What else that is? That's the Red Sox waving the white flag. They get their own take. I'll move on to that a little bit later on. To me, this is about the Dodgers, first and foremost. Now, does that guarantee a World Series ring? No. Nothing does. You can't guarantee that. You can't guarantee that they'll win more than 106 games in the regular season either this year. Sometimes super teams do not work out. In fact, most times super teams do not work out. Except I would argue this is not a super team. What this is a really good team that added two very nice pieces. Again, it doesn't guarantee anything. And the arrival of Betts and Price does not guarantee that the Dodger bullpen is going to hold up in October. But what it does say is they're not satisfied. Winning 7 straight divisional titles and going to 2 of the last 3 World Series is not enough. They do want more. They are in it to win the whole damn thing. And in an era when fewer and fewer baseball teams have that approach, no names mentioned, well, actually one, at least one, the Red Sox. In an era when fewer teams are trying to win the whole thing, the fact that the Dodgers are going for it is refreshing. I like it.